Hi there, I'm Alphonse, and yeah, if you're wondering what that is, maybe go back, to the first stream and watch the beginning of the game because Jesus fucking Christ, Alan Wake 2. Uh, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. There is a nudity. There is a nudity warning and filter. Oh, and there's a nudity warning and filter on the settings of the game, which they should put on the beginning of the game, like a little pop-up telling you, hey, there's nudity on this game. Because literally the first thing you see is a middle-aged white man coming out of a lake naked. So, yeah, that was a hell of a way to start the game, and that was a hell of a comment to start the stream, Riku. So this is in Spanish. No, it isn't. No, it isn't because they changed the rules. Nea changed the rules, and I had to follow the rules of Discord. So yeah, it is what it is. How are you all doing? How are you all enjoying your day? Nea bullied you? I mean, Nea was tempting me, and I left it on Discord's hand to choose if they wanted Spanish or if they wanted Alan Wake 2. And only two people voted, Artis and Nea, but Nea found a loophole on the on the thing that I made, which is I like posted two messages on Discord, and I said, hey, the message with more reactions will be what we do today. If you have more reactions in the Spanish one, we will do the Spanish stream. If you have more reactions on this one in English, we will do Alan Wake, like Nea is trying to tempt me to do. And Nea, being the weird creature that she is, posted like 10 fucking reactions on the same message, and it's a loophole that I didn't think of. I didn't say the post with more people reacting will have the result. I said the post with most reactions. So even though there was only two people, Nea did have more reactions. So that's why we're playing Alan Wake 2 today instead of having the Spanish stream. Which I'm not complaining. Like I was struggling not to play this game, hence Nea insisting on trying to tempt me to play it. Um, so I'm not complaining. Um, Still I left it on Discord's hand, and they chose, not me. I'm going to do a quick synchronization check. You can all do your small talk if you want. 3, 2, 1. Right. It is in sync. Small talk is done. Time for the game. No, jokes aside. How's your week going? How's Thursday? What a concept. Ooh, that was
I can't
fast.
get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery.
And we're back in Bright Falls.
Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
14 years later.
I'll park there anyway.
14,
I wanna walk
13
to the
years
diner,
later?
Get a feel for the town.
I know we got a date. Yeah, no, 13 years later. People have been gone for 13 years. The game is set on 2023. And this is our protagonist, Saga.
The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
I also smell coffee. Casey, I also smell coffee. And that is Casey, the coffee addict partner of Saga. This is the Elderwood Palace Lodge? I don't remember this lodge being here, but I think this... Yeah, the lodge might have been here. We just didn't go around this area a lot
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
on Alan Wake 1. Can we talk to the people?
Hi.
Hi. Not super talkative, Saga. Ooh, radio. Where the fuck am I hearing Pat from? I'm hearing the radio, but I don't see the radio. The good thing is that you seem to be able to re-listen to those things. Oh my fucking god, there is a radio log. That is so good. Tapio's weather report. Had main show. 1 out of 9.
That concludes our debate on whether pets should
That's
be allowed
really
this
good.
year's bake
Really
sale.
low on
For
volume,
those
but
of
really
you
good.
Just tuning in, you're listening to the
Gonna
Pat
raise the
May
volume a tiny
Radio
bit.
Hour, brought to you by Davis Family Moose Jerky. And boy, what an eventful day here in Bright Falls. By now, we've all seen the FBI setting up shop in town, and I'm sure you're
We
all
just
asking
came
the same
here.
question I am. Did they bring all this darn rain with them? Deerfest is right around the corner, and we're all crossing our fingers for sunshine. So I reached out
Also,
to
hi
our
Artis,
top
hi Riku, hi Guido,
meteorologist
and
for
hi
a
Beta.
weather
How are you all?
update. She never responded. But I have her uncle Tapio on the line from Watery. Tapio, are you there?
Yes?
Great. And Tapio, what
Good
kind of weather
old
can we expect today?
Grandpa voice.
That definitely
How's the
seems
weather?
to be on the menu.
Rain.
How about over the next week?
Oh,
More rain.
fine.
Right. Care to elaborate? Any chance the sun will poke
Oh,
out
that
in
was
time for
good.
Deerfest?
No.
Deerfest is coming, rain or shine. And that parade lineup is looking dandy as ever.
Yes, I like this parade because they have one float in the shape of a swan. Long neck and everything. A very large swan.
Ah, so you're a fan of swans.
No.
I don't... The fucking silence. The tape's still spinning, so something... Yeah, no, there was still tape in there. I know it's probably not, but that sounded a lot like Hal Loblin. And Hal Loblin is a voice actor from Welcome to Night Vale. And if that is Hal Loblin, I'm gonna fucking love it, because he does a really great old man impression. And that sounded a lot like Hal Loblin pretending to sound old. So good.
My first ever prank on Casey. A true classic.
Your prank was spilling salt? Okay, anything new to learn about Saga and or Casey? Nope. Manuscript. Okay. Back to it. I think the radio is inside and I was just hearing it through the wall. It's locked. It is 100% inside. Good music though. Good music. Dead end. Relay's boatyard.
I
And
need something to cut this.
the padlock is interactable, so we will come here eventually, unlike that other padlock that was there. Hello. No, not the talkative kind, huh? Sir? What are you doing? Why are you hiding? Are you looking for reception or just taking pictures? Oh my god, he is pretending to... That's That's not on the camera. What the fuck are you doing? That's just on the main menu of your phone, sir. Good day to be a fisherman, I guess. I don't know if I would fish so close to, you know, the boats and their waist, but hey, you do you. As long as you're not breaking the law. Oh, this area is flooded. Oh, sad. Can we still get into the water? You can still get into the water regardless of the states. Okay. Interesting. Are the clothes going to be wet when we get out? Not a lot of games do that. Kids of all ages can celebrate Deer Fest Happy Harvest. Located at Tamisto Farms, just a 10-minute drive out of town. Bright Falls 81st Deer Fest. I mean, I don't see much change on Saga's clothes, but she's also wearing like
Welcome back.
leather-ish pants. How are you doing?
Hi there.
Hey, someone is cheerful. The map. I love that Casey, the first thing he does is take us to the map. That's always good. Thank you, Casey. And I also love having a map. Having a fucking map is my biggest complaint about Alan Wake 1. Not having the map, and when Control gave us the map was so good. So good. Mrs. Anderson. I mean, her name is Saga Anderson. Also, would you look at that? A coffee thermos. A coffee thermos in its natural habitat. Possessing a human in front of the restaurant. It's back. It's back. Oh my god, do we have the coffee thermos emotes? Did I put that one back? I think I didn't.
Rich, bittersweet nectar. Get it at Coffee World. Get it where you can.
Coffee
Get
World?
It now.
Jesus, Charlie.
Coffee World? They changed the name of the old diner, or did they just added the...
Man, it is sweaty in these suits.
It's
Isn't it? Charlene, are you as uncomfortable as I am?
You don't think the amount of hot, caffeinated beverages you've downed has anything to do with it?
I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
I didn't add the coffee thermos.
I'm in hell. Swamp Ass City.
Well, you have the coffee thermos back on tier 1. Enjoy it. Should be there when you refresh it, but coffee thermos is back on the menu. Hell yeah. Are you okay? Are you choking, dude? Free coffee?
Come to Coffee World. The thrills never end and the coffee never stops pouring.
Okay,
Now
dude,
it's
personal
10%
space?
off all your coffee-themed purchases from the gift shop. Get your thermoses ready for winter. I could use a thermos right now. I drank too much.
You and me both, brother.
They hired the worst two people they could have hired for this job. Oh my god. A funeral home? Pine Funeral Home? Oh, fun. At least you are trying to put the Deer Fest thing. It's a lot more lively than on Alan Wake 1. Then again, Alan Wake 1 happened mostly during night. And it had the limitations of a game from 2010.
Oh dear. Cute.
Haha. Oh dear, fun. So you got the joke.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I
Who the
got
fuck
both
are
some
you,
coffee.
Tim?
Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm
Excuse
Agent
me.
Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And
Team Breaker? Wait. Where is the other Sheriff Breaker? Are you her brother?
let me just say I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Did the Sheriff Breaker go through a transition? Oh my god, is the Sheriff Breaker trans? Did they make that character trans? Or is this just a family member?
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that?
Or you can get
no,
the fuck out of my
the
chat.
Bookers don't strike me as the
Fucking
murdering
bots.
type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time.
Team Breaker.
We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff.
The
You had
sheriff
many
was
people
Sarah
besides the
Breaker.
known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010.
Huh.
The fence was built
Hey,
just
now.
after.
This is the new sheriff.
That's
Team
exactly
Breaker.
right.
Probably brother of Sarah? Not entirely sure.
You can go ahead, Anderson. We'll
Enjoy
be
the
here.
lurking. That was really weird. Hey, the diner looks almost the same.
Still feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Come on, Ed. How's
Ketchup on the floor, as usual.
your mind off things?
There is not an Alan Wake cardboard cutout. That's weird. Happy harvest.
This
Please eat yourself.
hate small towns.
Keep it down, Ed. You know how touchy
Hey, the
these
U-box
rooms
is still there. Who the fuck is Tammy? Can we still play the lime in the coconut? Also, what the fuck is it with this bear? Do not touch the bear? Huh. The U-box is out of order? No!
Be so calm.
This is
No!
part of the job. I
No!
on it too much.
Rip. Rip the U-box. All gods of Asgard. Take control by all gods of Asgard is in there. Interesting. Really interesting. Poor old thing can only take so much of the same song being played over and over. I'm as big as a fan of Coconut as the next person, but come on. We have Take Control, the Coconut song, Anger Something by All Gods of Asgard. I'm seeing that there is like 5 songs by All Gods of Asgard. Groovy Groovers, the Grimsons, Edith and the Cooks, and Mary and Mead. Lot of All Gods of Asgard in there. Same on the other side. Jesus fuck. Hey Noah, how are you doing? Employees only? Oh. America's top coffee attraction, Coffee World. That's creepy as fuck. That's really creepy. Ooh, that's really dark.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Oh, diviértete en el directo de Letiusca.
Just
Gracias por
Saga
saludar.
is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
We're not
you kind
charging
of
you.
saw a
I just have a few
ritualistic
questions.
murder, so...
Nothing to stress about, okay?
Hey! Thanks for the bits!
A mirror! Holy
Holy water!
A crucifix!
A crucifix! Fuck off! I love that. I love that. Thank you for the beats, I know. Oh, that was really good. I haven't seen that in a while.
What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous...
Okay, you're a true crime writer and you stumble into a ritualistic fucking murder? That's really suspicious. You couldn't have said something that made you look more sus than that. Girl? That's... Oh my god, poor choice of words there, huh? And she's also a fan of Alan Wake.
novelist Alan Wake who went missing here. I was down at the lake getting some details. Perfectly legal.
I mean,
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting.
Wouldn't know, I'm new.
We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then
Not
we
far
bolted
from,
and called
not
the
far
cops.
from it. Why do you think it was a cult? If you find a bunch of people with robes and deer masks carving someone alive, of course it is a cult. It's not far-fetched to think that.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
I mean, they were shouting.
Also, they were shouting the cult of the
Cult
tree.
of the tree. Cult of the tree. Oh, and then we found a...
I fucking love how the writer is completely unfazed by all this, but the guy with her is just completely traumatized. The movements are really good. Yeah, the motion capture in this game has been great.
The whole thing was terrifying.
Interesting. Oh, interesting. So we got some profiling for them. Good. I want to read this. For sale, coffee cup mascot. Oh my god, that's amazing. I need that mascot costume. That's really
I'm
good.
missing something. I should try profiling.
Staying alive is the coolest fashion statement. Wear a life jacket. Oh, they lost a dog. A dog is missing. No. First aid courses. Please pay at your table. Oh. Kenny has the coffee mug costume is really good. Okay, case board. What else do we have? Cases, we have something new on the previous murders. Interesting. Killer profile? The bookers describe multiple attackers wearing deer masks. But this is more into the current case, not really the previous one.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer.
That would explain the stashes. Yep, that 100% explains the stashes that we found. We have the cult of the tree. Background cases accumulate clues about broader ongoing topics.
I need to know more about the cult of the tree if I'm going to shut them down.
Let me know if the volumes get a bit too out of hand. What kind of cult? They were wearing deer masks, large amount of supplies, and the triangle figures made from twigs. Yeah, they are clearly a Blair Witch kind of cult. What's the purpose? Marking territory, a warning, feels derivative, like something out of a horror movie. Cult symbols. Cultists were wearing deer masks. Can we associate it with this? No. Can you... There. Psychology. This is a lot of equipment laying around. For how long have they been out there? And who's involved? And the goal. Is this part of the psychology? Yes. If they aren't hiding their faces, they aren't established enough to operate openly. Connection to Deerfest? Let's hope not. Deerfest was a cool festival. The Alex Casey lunchboxes are in here. Oh my fucking god. Found a strange lunchbox. Who left this here? Keep an eye out for others. Bright Falls area. The writer of the note is leaving this to inspire someone. Are they for me? The note inside mentions making knitting just for me. How do they know I knit? Or maybe it's just a coincidence? I mean, Saga, fuck off. I don't think they left that for you. That's a bit far-fetched. Lunchbox I found by the FBC monitoring station at Cauldron Lake. Interesting that you put that before the other two. The note says, we are in this together, hero. What do they mean? Who left this? Okay, more cases and the cold stashes.
These stashes could contain clues about the cult. Better keep an eye out for more.
Could and probably do contain. The FBC knows. I love that the Alex Casey lunchboxes are 100% the coffee thermoses of this game. Stash found at Cauldron Lake. A lockbox of cold supplies, some useful things in here. And then we have profiling. One thing that I do like is that you can jump between the different parts of the mine place just by L1 and R1. National Nightmare Filth? Oh, the song we were hearing on the radio. Cool. Probably a copyright nightmare. So, Cauldron Lake and Cult of the Tree, the Bookers.
The Cult of the Tree. What are the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists.
It's really interesting because she's not profiling. She has some kind of power. Like, what she's doing is not your average profiling. She has some kind of psychic power.
The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth.
I love how I did say this was like LA Noire in a sense. But this like psychic reading, this psychic profiling is not really LA Noire. LA Noire depended a lot more on like subtle clues and actual clues that you find on the scenes and like facial expressions. This one is a bit more supernatural, but I do like it. Still cannot upgrade the weapon. Is that coffee machine empty? Jesus fucking Christ, here again, Saga? This is your mind palace, and in your mind palace you cannot imagine a full coffee machine? No, it has to be empty, seriously? God damn it.
Casey's favorite brand. Tastes terrible.
Well, time to go out.
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
How did you...
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence.
Sorcery.
You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Interesting.
Thanks.
Hey, look
This
who's
could prove
there.
to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now.
Good
in
old
case we have any
Rose.
more questions.
Shorter hair though.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear fellow.
Oh God. Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe.
They know each other?
I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose.
First of all, she does seem... I love the fucking animations and the facial capture and motion capture. It's really good, especially on the cutscene moments instead of in-game. The cutscene looks better. The other thing, she seems a lot better for how she looked at the end of Alan Wake 1. She looks normal.
You know me. I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter.
Excuse me, what?
That's so weird you don't remember. How do you know I have a daughter? Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV.
Jesus fucking Christ, the turn on that. Okay. I've seen the coffee bag blend for sale empty, sadly. Oh.
All the time. No. You're mistaking me for someone else. If you say so.
Okay. Okay. So, it's really weird that Saga is here. She has some kind of psychic power. She has some kind of power. Also, Alex Casey is an FBI agent that hates being compared to a fictional character because they both share the same name. But he could be said fictional character. It's really weird that Alan chose them, like these two specific characters, to be in this story. Which leads me to believe that Saga was a real fucking person from Bright Falls. She eventually left because Logan died and Alan just rewrote the story. And somehow Rose remembers that. Let's continue because that took a turn. Like, that took a really, really deep turn. Ooh.
So, Rose, help me out. How do you think we know each other?
We all know each other around here. It's been a while, but I never forget a face. Or a coffee order.
I smell a
Guess I
parallel
just have one of
universe.
those faces. Seen anything out of the ordinary in town lately?
Starting by
Suspicious
the
people in
sheriff
deer
being
masks?
a guy instead
No
of
one's
Sarah?
suspicious, but soon enough there'll be lots of happy people wearing deer masks for Deerfest. Practically everyone will be wearing one.
Good to know.
Good to know. Interesting. Also, can we talk about that really unhinged coffee mug plushie? Because I need one. I need that shit. That's really fucking good. Okay. So we have a lot to unpack in here. Also, there is a private room. There is a private room on the main palace, which is weird because it means that she's suppressing something. I don't remember seeing that private room before. Why are you hiding from us, Saga? We need that as an emote. I'm writing it down. Unhinged coffee mug emote. I will remember what it is, don't worry about it. Okay, so we have two more like clues to the cult of the tree. First of all, the necklace. Cult necklace with triangle symbol. Not there. Symbols? Symbols. Jewelry can be used as a subtle indicator of membership, but this isn't subtle, it's a badge of pride. Also, we did get a new character profile, but I don't think it's in here. Is it? Yeah, no, we didn't get it here. Where do we see the character profiles? Because it's not on the profiling, but it's also not on the cases. Is it on manuscript? Not on manuscript. That's the maps, that's the caseboard, manuscript pages, profiling. Profiling doesn't seem to have all the characters we meet. See you in an hour, sweetie. Okay. We do have one more clue for the previous murders. Interesting. Case closed.
The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file.
Interesting.
But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Don't be excited about it. Saga. Okay, so we did get a rose, kind of like paper thingy on the lower left corner, but I don't know where I can see that. You would think that is in profiling, that you have like the characters you meet on one folder and then the people you are actively profiling, like Nightingale or the Bookers, on another. But no, apparently not. Can we go to the main case? Is she over there? Because we have the... Like, it was one of this. Like, the Casey and the deputy one. Interesting. I can blame her for being excited as long as she doesn't get too excited. I mean, the problem with criminal profilers is that if they get too into it, they tend to become serial killers themselves. Because profiling is a double lane kind of road, and if you are not able to control yourself, you are kind of fucked. So I really hope it doesn't go that way.
Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go.
Oh my, wait a second.
I got a lead.
Team, I want to look who the actor is, because I think it's the protagonist of Quantum Break. And I might be wrong, but I don't want to spoil myself by looking the actor. God damn it. Can someone check if Team Breaker is the same actor as the protagonist of Quantum Break?
Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the...
Because, and hear me out, Dylan Faden, the brother of Jesse Faden, was also a character on Quantum Break. He was a taxi driver on Quantum Break, and they just reused the same actor as a different character on the next game. So if they are reusing the actors from Quantum Break as different people, that could be interesting, and also meta in a way of Alan is just reusing real people as different characters.
Tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true.
He does look similar, and it might be because I have seen him on a show or a movie, and not the Quantum Break guy.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from
Or
the
he
diner?
could be the Quantum Break guy. I mean,
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. She always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible.
interesting.
It's best not to take it personally.
Is that a deer carcass hanging upside down? Oh no, it's just a really weird twisted tree. Oh my god, I thought someone was hanging a deer carcass to drain it. Sorry. It looks like he is Jack Joyce from Quantum Break. I fucking nailed it. God damn, I nailed it. Thank you, Riku. Thank you. So, we have two options. They are just reusing the actors because they know they are good actors and they want to bring them back into the canon Remedy connected universe. Or two, they are doing that and also making a meta commentary of how Alan is able to bring people from the Remedy connected universe that used to be different people into the into the game. Because remember that Control does a lot of efforts to say that Jesse and Dylan are both the same person, that they used to be a single person, Jesse, Dylan, Faden. And the game shows you that they are two people. And we also know that the events of Control are orchestrated kinda by Alan Wake, which could mean that it's Alan who made Dylan be Dylan. And that's already two Quantum Break characters that we see on a different game being a different person. That's so interesting. That's so interesting. I might be losing it.
Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
I swear to fucking God, if this guy starts jumping through time like he does on Quantum Break, I'm gonna lose it.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
Interesting.
You, sir. Yep.
New people on the station?
Whenever you're ready to take my money.
New people on the station. Interesting. Still no Sheriff Breaker. Well, Sarah Breaker.
Sir, some patience, please.
Sir, some patience. Hopes this happens to see you, listen. You will see me just screaming, I knew it! I fucking called it! I knew it! Hello? I know one of you is stealing the toilet paper. I've been counting them and there is an entire roll missing every day from stock. Theft is taken seriously around here. It's a sheriff station for Pete's sake. One of these days I'm gonna catch you red-handed and you better believe that you are getting thrown out. What a disgrace you are. What kind of nut counts toilet paper rolls? Sounds like you got too much time in your hands. Hey, stealing on a sheriff station? Really ballsy.
I can't get through this.
I mean, it's a way, it's certainly a way to have a foggy mirror without reflections. We cannot get into the radio area, but we can get into... They changed the holding. Okay. They changed the holding cells. Because, remember from Alan Wake 1, this used to be a hallway. As soon as you enter, there was a door, a hallway, and another door on the other end. And like 3 or 4 jail cells to your right side. The jail cells started here. Like, this was already a wall of cells. So that means that they moved the cells back like 1 or 2 meters? 1.5 meters. And they also added 1, 2, 3 more cells. 4 more cells. And they moved the door. That's so fucking interesting that they changed the layout of this. Does this mean that we got more crime in the past 13 years? And they had to improve the holding pen? Because this is certainly a lot more cells. Like, it was a really intentional thing to have only 3 holding cells. And they even tell you on the first game that there is not a lot of crime on Bright Falls, so they don't need a lot of cells. But this having more cells tells me that there is more crime than there was 13 years ago. Light.
They locked up an innocent man.
Are you innocent though? Why are you here?
I swear I didn't do anything.
Who said
You're
that?
a lying bunch of bastards. You believe me, right?
If I can find you, maybe. Why is the floor full of trash? Why is the floor full of trash? Interesting. That's a really interesting change. Can I go behind the station? No, we can't. They did get rid of the TV on the corner too. That's an interesting change. Helmets save lives. Another room that we can open that we couldn't open on Alan Wake 1. I fucking love this. And it makes sense that you wouldn't lock this door.
Agent?
We didn't come into this room either. We were on the one next to it, but not into this one.
The investigation is being taken over by the federal agents.
And someone isn't super happy about it.
Fully.
Aye, ma'am.
I'm being serious, Nelson.
You better be serious. Also, I fucking love that took the last cup of coffee, brew a fresh pot. No. Who do I have to shoot? Who brewed the last fucking cup of coffee and didn't make a new one?
I don't know about you folks, but I don't care for all these gruesome murders and whatnot right here in our wholesome little town. It's not what I signed up for.
This line of work is not for the faint of heart.
Faint of... Oh.
Sounds like cowardly speaking to me, huh? Were you the one to make the last coffee and not make a fresh pot? Were you? Better not learn that it was you or I will shoot you.
This official business yet? I have a breakfast bagel waiting for me.
Of course you have a breakfast bagel. And then don't do that home, don't you? Fucking walking stereotypes. Did they change this room? Oh my god, they did change the room.
I'm a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods. You only had a tour guide, also.
What the fuck is...
Oh no, a bear.
Oh no, a bear. What? What is this?
Help. Did somebody call for a tour guide? Oh wow. Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours. Unforgettable tour experiences.
I am so glad I'm using the camera right now.
I'm Ilma Koskela, voted best coffee roaster / tour guide by Coffee World magazine, and I'm here to give you the tour of a lifetime. But Ilmo, I've heard the government has seized and restricted access to many local nature attractions.
What in the
That
actual
true,
fuck
Yalko.
is this?
Many local attractions
Ilmo and Yalko?
fenced off by the government. And that's why at Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours we say, fuck the government. We have both cutters. Oh wow. You think of everything.
Fuck
And
the government,
take
yeah.
you anywhere. Hiking through the scenic
Oh my
Elderwood National
fucking
Park.
god.
Fishing in the crystal clear waters of Bright Falls Dam. Bird watching at majestic Mirror Peak.
A coffee thermos is in its natural habitat being carried by an eagle.
Call away. Book now to get a 9% discount on this limited edition Oh Dear Diner coffee thermos.
I need that. That was the best thing so far, and this has been already a really good game. Also, this used to be a single room and they turned it into 2 different rooms. Wow.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget.
Wait, oh, this used to be Sarah Breaker's office. So they have now the morgue with the funeral home where the office of the sheriff used to be, and they moved the office to half of the conference room. Now the conference room is smaller, and half of it is the sheriff's office.
I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates
They
between a few other
did
towns
do
in
a
the
lot
area
of
this week that you can
remodeling,
handle
huh?
this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Okay, Scully. This is really interesting.
Morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
Casey, that's really fucked up to say. That's really fucked up to say. Concerning as your partner. Something about morgues, they always cheer me up, he says. Really interesting that all this is not on the Logan key. Are those double D batteries? Oh my god, battery packs for the flashlight. Is the flashlight going down? I don't see a counter on the flashlight. Oh my god, there is a counter. So you can hold the flashlight like on the first Alan Wake eventually. Not yet, but you can use it as a weapon.
I need bolt cutters.
Or a fucking key. You don't have to cut every padlock that you find. Saga. Interesting. This game is so fucking good. They took the weirdness of Alan Wake and mixed it perfectly with the weirdness of Control, which was a completely different breed of weirdness. More batteries. Neat. First aid. Hello. Property is the in thing now? Property damage? That is surprisingly fucking dark. Maintenance in progress and it's completely dark? Okay. Sus. Really, really sus. Like, that is inhumanely dark. I know we are in a basement, but that's... no reflective surfaces or anything?
Okay. Let's take a look at outpatient. I'll start with the external...
Again, this game leans into the gore a lot more than the previous 2 games. 3 if we count Quantum Break. So if you are not able to handle gore, we are about to do an autopsy. So maybe don't look too much into it.
Inspection before performing the internal examination.
Also nudity. We are probably going to see his dick again. Anyone to talk to before we start investigating the corpse?
What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me? There's writing on here.
Oh, okay. First, writing on the heart, like Alan told us. Okay, cool. Which is probably why the cult took the heart out. The other, yeah, I noticed why you said the property damage. The cutting the padlock with bolt cutters. Nah, he's coming back home. Fucking finally. Yay.
Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
A tattoo gun? I don't fucking know, dude.
The body shows signs of being submerged in water, post-mortem. It doesn't add up.
Yeah, post-mortem. It was moving perfectly fine. And he wasn't bloated like this. That's so weird.
This looks like text.
Yeah.
A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
No, he didn't.
Aha. They did leave something inside his chest.
Well, that was interesting. Okay. Time to start checking. I also love that they did learn from Control and they do mark better what is new and what isn't.
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
Anything learned from the body? Well, let's start what we know. Chest rip open, something visibly inside. As I suspected, it looks like something was put in there. Bruises.
Right.
Defensive wounds. Looks like Nightingale put up a fight before they restrained him. Text. Not in there. Bloated? Bloating on the joints.
Chest wound is cause of death. But the corpse is bloated.
Yeah.
Waterlogged.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Doesn't add up.
Doesn't add up at all. Victim was alive when strapped down. Timeline is inconsistent with the bloating. It is really inconsistent. Did the killers write this on the heart? How? I can make out what it says. They didn't have time. They left the ritual killing site really fast. They left a bunch of shit behind. So they wouldn't have had any time to write on the hearts.
Huh. There's definitely
I love
something
the
in his chest. Did the killers
That's
leave it
really
there?
me. Oh, that's me for real. Cause of the bloating unknown, strange tattoos on the skin and the heart, something was inserted into the chest cavity. Tattoos on the body and heart, how did the killers have time? Doesn't make sense. Some kind of tattoo, it's too much to read. And also we have the adventure tours.
Oh dear, I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods.
Oh dear, I am a tourist. Time to check inside the heart. Well, the chest cavity. I am so sorry. Saga said, "Yeah, no, I have been trained. I have been trained to perform inspections." She's not wearing gloves. Saga, fuck off. Gloves, girl, gloves.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here.
Oh my fucking god. Okay.
No, wait.
That was Mr. Door. What the fuck?
Sheriff?
What the hell?
I like this. Okay, first of all, I fucking love this. Second of all, the guy that is the new sheriff that used to be another character on Quantum Break just got ripped out of the story by someone that is also on Quantum Break. What in the Kojima bullshit remedy? Not the deputy, no! She was just holding the door!
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
That explains why they were giving us... That explains why they were giving us the... Well, that is interesting. That is an interesting turn of events.
He's coming. No weapon. page said to get into the light.
And the light is going to heal me. Try to stay in the light to avoid being detected by enemies. Hemingway brought you here, which I fucking love that even as a corpse, he's still calling Alan different writer names. He just called Alan Hemingway. God damn, I love the writing of these people. They are so good. Okay, so I still have my flashlight.
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
So it is a lot more Resident Evil-ish. Safe havens will restore some of your health. If you leave or attack from a safe haven while in combat, it will become temporarily unavailable. So we cannot attack from a safe haven. Okay.
He knocked my gun out of the room.
I kinda want to hear what he has to say. A coffee thermos. Oh, well, there goes the haven. Saga. Hey, Nightingale. Oh my god, the trigger was hard. It was really hard to shoot him. I love the haptics on the PS5 controller. Alan, you are not fighting the you being the new dark entity allegations a lot? Because the only person that we know that was able to bring back the Taken was the dark entity, and you just brought a Taken into play. End of the... Oh my god, we were so close to ending the chapter. Interesting. Really interesting. I am liking this a lot. I noticed that Casey wasn't there or got taken out really fast but not killed. Both deputies got killed, but Casey wasn't. I know this is probably going to be a copyright nightmare, but I want to let it play, just in case. Also, I cannot wait to open the soundtrack on Spotify. Riku has been talking about the soundtrack of this game for a while now, and oh my god. Really good music choices so far. Good. I have a lot of theories and a lot of questions, but mostly theories so far. I don't know how I feel about having a crosshair, because the thing about Alan Wake 1 is that you didn't have crosshairs to aim. You had to use the flashlight to aim the weapons, but you didn't have a crosshair. And they did give us crosshairs on Quantum Break and on Control. But still, I don't know how I feel about having a crosshair on Alan Wake. I know that video game design evolves with with the time, and Remedy is obviously not the same Remedy they were 14 years ago. Fuck, they started developing Alan Wake on 2006, if I remember correctly. So it's been almost 20 years since they started developing Alan Wake. And they are clearly not the same people as they were back then. So I could see the changes made to the game, but it was a weird kind of immersion that they are trying to change now. There are so many things. I can see how people could play this game without knowing anything about Alan Wake, because the game does make it easy for you to play it without knowing. But there's also so many fucking hints to previous games, both Control and both Alan Wake, and the Quantum Break actors coming back as different characters. Like, that's so interesting. Like, if you don't know the Remedyverse, if you don't know the previous games, you are missing on a lot. Like, a lot. That was really interesting. Are you gonna loop in this? Or is this just a tiny break into... Huh. Somebody's home.
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared?
Yep.
What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this.
Okay.
Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming.
The
One
sheriff
more
and the
mystery.
pages, not just the sheriff.
There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward.
I'm glad I'm not the one saying it is weird, Scully. I am glad I'm not the weird one at this time. What are you talking about? What do you mean, Scully? We are not Scully and
These
Mulder.
pages are important. Breaker dropped one before he disappeared.
Where did he... Oh, he did drop one.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga
Back
had
at
to
Cauldron
pursue
Lake?
Nightingale.
Back?
Into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
First of all, he is confirming that Saga has some kind of relationship with Cauldron Lake, even though she doesn't remember it. Two, they just added a new type of threshold into here, because so far, the only places we had on Alan Wake 1 were Bright Falls and Cauldron Lake in the reality, and then we had the Dark Place. The Dark Place could be just a different astral plane, or it could be a threshold. But Alan just mentioned the overlap. The overlap is the threshold into the Dark Place. You can read the manuscript pages. Interesting.
The
heart
victim
is
of a
going-
ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult.
Okay, what he just said and the way he delivered that sentence sounds like really bad writing, but we have to remember that this story is written by Alan Wake, who is famously a bad writer. And I fucking love that they did that. Looks to me that the cult of the tree is creating monsters. That was really good. That was really good.
Goal. Their purpose.
Okay. Okay. This game just got a lot more interesting and a lot more different. It was already a lot different, than previous things, but it's a lot more different now, even, which is weird. Okay, Nightingale attacked
A
us.
dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future? There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve.
Where did Nightingale go? Nightingale attacked us, a corpse attacked us. I used his sensitivity to light to find him off. But he got away. I need to hunt him down and figure out what the fuck is going on here. I was wondering why they brought Nightingale back and how he just like died so quickly. I am so glad that they are still using the character instead of just killing him off in the first 5 minutes.
Okay.
The overlap. What are these pages and why don't they make any sense? Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. According to the page, it sounds like Nightingale went back to Cauldron Lake. And he's a Taken? Yep. And if you haven't played Alan Wake before, you don't know what a Taken is. Also, following you into the dark is now in there. Neat. Time to play the narration and listen to the entire thing.
The autopsy room was a mess, like a bomb
Because
had
these
gone
pages
off.
are always a lot
Nightingale
more
hunted
than they
Saga.
let on the cutscenes.
Didn't see her under the light, lurched past her. The Taken could not see into bright light. The light hurt them, hurt the darkness in them, made them vulnerable. I flick the switch, it goes click. Show me the clicker, lights are off, but somebody's home. Hemingway brought you here, witch. Get out of my house, Nightingale shouted. A wave of terror crashed through Saga's
You forgot
head.
the coffee thermos comments.
The awful truth. Nightingale had no heart in his chest, but here he was, killing a monster. The world had lurched out of balance. You found yourself trapped on the far side of the mirror.
Okay.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. He was there too. Nightingale was, but wasn't a Taken, a creature of darkness. He was beyond her reach, where some other strange reality, the dark place, merged with ours. This place and the dark place, a tarp thrown over top, drowning everything beneath it, a flood of darkness, soaking into everything, spoiling it, rotting it. The page called this area an overlap. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult, required precise steps, a ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster before he killed again. Her job. He'd be inside, waiting for her.
I fucking love that Alan took time off his stupid schedule to make the overlap hard to get into, so people would just not stumble into the overlap. Good on you, Alan. Good on you, taking collateral damage out of the way. That's good. Proud of you, buddy. Proud of you. Okay. This got a lot denser. Well, this guy is dead. The other one is dead. The corpse is gone. And I don't know what we're going to tell to the people upstairs because they just lost the sheriff and 2 co-workers. So that's gonna be fun to talk about. Oh, empty. Neat.
Must be locked from the other side. The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
Track Nightingale. It is not only locked from the other side, but it also...
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Thank you for the hydration.
Fuck me. That's
And
terrible.
poster check.
We'll do what we can, man.
You took that surprisingly well. You took that really, really well. I just told you that your boss is gone and that the corpse is back to life, and you just take it at fucking face value? Huh. I mean, plot convenience and all, but this is a little too convenient for the plot.
Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
He's really dead. Like, dead.
Yeah, right. Well, that's
But...
all crazy talk.
Okay, no, they are
Monsters
not
aren't
taking...
real, and what do you mean? The sheriff disappeared? Like poof? He's gone like magic?
Okay, they didn't take it. They didn't take it that well.
Magic's not real.
Magic's not real?
No, Thornton. Monsters aren't real, and magic's definitely not real.
Knew that.
Okay, I'm glad I stayed and listened to them, because that was a completely different reaction from what I first saw. Okay, that door is closed, so we still need the bolt cutters. Bolt cutters are a really Resident Evil remake shit to open doors, and they did that on the remake a couple of times. So I'm wondering if that was the inspiration for the bolt cutters in here. Also, this fucking machine is exactly the same model. This machine is the same model as the one in Control. The only difference is the things inside. The things inside are like parodies of real brands, but the machine, the expanding machine, is exactly the same. Okay. I think Bagel Guy is gone. Why you're not typing? It's really weird that some of the animations are like really well done, and then you have some other people just like typing into a computer that is clearly not on, or the guy taking selfies with the phone on the main menu. It feels okay. It feels lazy, but at the same time, it could just be Alan writing NPCs into the story to make it real, and Alan being the one lazy. I could just like chuck it to part of the plot, but it feels weird to see it. Also, I love that there is another ad for the coffee cup mascot costume. Why is it so hard to say mascot costume? But this one doesn't have a picture. Oh, you two changed desks. That's interesting. Who are you?
How you doing?
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
A lot of new people in here. Now that I think about it, the only two people that we actually know from this precinct that we know they were real are Thornton and Mulligan. But Sarah is not here. The receptionist, your average receptionist, is not here. Then again, that lady was kinda old. That lady was in her 50s ish. So if this is taking place 13 years after that, you would think that she would probably retire. I could understand that. But no one seems to be the same people as we knew before.
How many times do we have to do this, Walter? Huh? I'm at my wit's end with you.
The new town drunk?
Do you think I like throwing you in jail every other day? No, I don't. Do you have any idea how much paperwork you're causing me? What's a lot?
Interesting.
You can sit here and stew for a while. Think about your life choices, buddy. Is it really worth this?
He's doing talking motions but has no dialogue. It's weird.
Out. Something bad's going down. I can feel it. Let me out.
Okay, I do love that both on Alan Wake 1 and Alan Wake 2, we have someone in jail that is a harbinger kind of character. They are both the character that is in jail and that doesn't look completely right in the head and is telling, hey, something bad is coming. They use that trope 2 times already, which is not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Okay, let's get the fuck out of
Nightingale
here.
and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP.
Why aren't you scared of the
pages haven't been wrong yet?
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead.
Hey, Ness here. Ness saying hi. And she was saying that you all better behave. Mayor Setter won't roll over on the issues? That's a really weird
Mayor Setter
slogan.
won't roll over on the issues. I'm gonna take a quick look around. Meet you back at the car.
See you in a bit.
I love that they are always on a phone call. Hey, the backlot is looking almost exactly the same, which is weird having in mind that they did remodel the holding pen. But the backlot is pretty much the same. They did put a longer fence over there, and the old car is gone. No, wait, the old car is still there. They just moved it to a side. But they did put a longer fence in it. Fun. Like it. I like it. Can get back there. Funeral home. That's really interesting. Hey, the coffee people are not here.
How about that weather forecast for Deerfest? I've been working on this float for a month straight. If it rains, I am gonna lose it. It'll ruin all the paper mache. That shit is delicate.
I'm sure we'll get a nice sunny day.
Oh, so now you're a a weatherman?
A weatherman? Are you a weather person? Huh? A lot of mayor talk. I am surprised by how far away they are letting us go. How far away are you going to let us go? Okay. I was
I'm not
wondering
done here yet.
I was wondering when the when the invisible wall was going to come. Grand reopening of the Founders Park was relocated here as our small town keeps growing. We're sure you will find this placement for the park every bit as wonderful as and relaxing as the previous one. Welcome to the new and improved Founders Park. Which is the thing that was slightly over that hill on the way to the church. What they don't have is the sculpture, which is weird.
It's so quiet here now that
Good day.
Hubert and Hester flew over the Rainbow Bridge. Do you fellas ever miss them? Do you miss your parents? Remember to have some sustenance, my little ones. It'll keep you warm and full of energy. It'll keep you soaring in the sky. You don't want to plummet down to the ground. Trust me. It's not nice down here. Much better in the clouds.
Okay, so we have a crazy raven lady, and I fucking love that. Also, she used a really Nordic metaphor to passing out. Crossing over the Rainbow Bridge sounds really Norse-ish. Huh. Why do you look from the 1950s? A lot of people in this town look like they could be from a different time. And that could be just Alan being a bad writer. But it's interesting. Reminders. Another person cleaning something vigorously. Are you standing on the plants? Oh, well, you are standing on the planter, but not on the plants. Okay. Roadworks ahead. I sure hope it does.
Enjoy your day.
Aren't you the one that was in the Morgan that died? Oh my god, it is the same NPC as the one that was in the Morgan that died. Interesting. So there is a bit of a repeat in the NPCs, the non-important ones. This is the previous Founders Park. And I'm seeing the sculpture is still there.
And this is not the right way.
Oh, fuck off. Saga. A loading screen? Oh, that's the first time we do that. You don't turn around, you just have a loading screen? That's really intrusive. That's surprisingly intrusive. Donna's Jerky review.
Welcome back, and boy, do we have some breaking
Also, it's
news
really
that
interesting
sure
that Pat is
knocked
doing
your
a
socks
morning show instead of a night show now.
Family beef jerky will now be available at the Sunday market in 3 delicious flavors. That's right, our favorite sponsor, Davis Family Beef Jerky, can now be enjoyed in smoked hickory, teriyaki, and hickory teriyaki. I handed out samples here at the Valhalla Nursing Home and thought...
Is Pat on the Valhalla Nursing Home? Oh, that's why he sounds different. He is retired. He is at the Valhalla Nursing Home with Thor and Odin. I mean, he was old, and it's been 13 years. That would explain it.
I'd catch up with one of our residents to get her thoughts. Donna, how are you?
I've got chronic back pain from my spinal stenosis.
Oh dear. You know, when I'm feeling stiff, I find a light snack helps. So, did you try that beef jerky?
No, lunch is at 11, and I wanted to save my appetite because today was the fish soup with crackers.
Ooh, fish soup with crackers, that sounds good.
But I only take one unless I have a glass of cranberry juice. They ran out of cranberry juice at breakfast, which is at 7. I didn't take the oatmeal today because it makes me gassy before cribbage, and I can't
What the
So you didn't try the jerky?
No, she
Got it.
didn't.
Well, that's too bad, Donna. Their new teriyaki flavor sure does hit the spot.
They had teriyaki salmon with rice on Friday's dinner menu. Dinner's at 5. But we all know the salmon takes longer to prepare, and then you're late for bingo. And who needs all that spice?
I agree. Teriyaki is a shit flavor.
Who? Is that Tapio? How are you on the line?
I couldn't end the call.
You've been on the phone this entire time?
Yes, and I hate teriyaki.
Well, it's delicious on jerky. So, let's give a big thank you to Wendy Davis for these samples.
Wendy? No, that can't be right. Wendy went missing in 2010. I heard she's dead.
Interesting.
No, I'm referring to Wendy Davis from our sponsor, Davis Family Beef Jerky.
Wendy Davis. That's the dead one. She's dead.
Right. Well, that's our time. Remember to keep your coffee warm and your chin up because that sunshine's right around the corner.
I'm writing that down. That is a good quote. That is a really good quote. Also, I need to check if one of the missing people is it's one of the Wendy Davis, one of the missing ones.
Batman signing off. Right. Well, that's our time. Sunshine's right around the corner, so I'll leave you with this sunny little ditty to carry you through the day. Pat Main signing off. Right, well, that's our time. We'll be right back.
Oh my God, Patty's losing it.
Sensation, National Nightmare.
He did the goodbye 3 times. Patty's losing it. He is in an old man house. He is in a retirement home. Oh, I feel so bad for him. That sucks so much for him. The cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters. Don't have any explanation for this. How are they doing this? What the hell is going on here? The ritual and what it is.
Makes sense.
Is the writing part of the ritual? Does it have some significance in here? Nightingale was the only victim to become a monster, though. His murder matched the other victims. Why didn't they become monsters too? Interesting. That doesn't go there. I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. Need to dig into this. Okay. Interesting. Really interesting turn of events. Weird that they don't let us go to the church. It's interesting that it's an open world, but it's more like an open area kind of thing. It almost seems like Control in the sense that it's an open area.
Roger.
But at the same time, I wonder if it's gonna be a fully open world at some point, and it's because of the story. It seems to be episodic, like Alan Wake 1.
Did you check out the town, Anderson?
Just getting my bearings. Ready to go?
Waiting on you.
Did you check out the town?
Rinse and repeat. Clock out, get a beer.
That's hotel stuff for you. Rinse and repeat, clock out and get a beer. That was my hotel receptionist life.
Come clean, Anderson. I know here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Haha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders.
Interesting.
You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him?
That... Okay. That explains why he was asking around for Alan Wake and why we saw that at the FBC.
His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
Well, they are aware that they are in a horror story. Now, hopefully, they will act accordingly. Return to the heart.
The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap.
No, the
Need to
overlap.
figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed.
Bikers, huh? Fourth wall break.
Great. This area is supposed to be closed to the public.
Doesn't seem like it is, Saga. Doesn't seem like it is. Now what I wanted to open the map. Okay, so this is the rental cabins area, the FBC station, and the murder site. So we are on the other side of the murder site. Cauldron Lake cabins, and the hole in the fence. Okay. It's weird for me to be speechless. Like, I try to think of what's the next that is going to happen, and usually I'm able to predict fairly accurately what everything is going to happen on almost anything that I see or read. But this one really, like, changes. When I try to predict it, it's like shuffling. I don't know how to describe it. I don't have a clear
The writer of these
image.
pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case.
Well, as Zachariah Trench would say, Saga, magical thinking requires sacrifice. You have to break yourself to be able to solve it. I love the
I've been
lighting.
thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
The Cult of the Lamp? No, different game,
My
sorry.
experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
That is the FBC station and there is people there. Are
Hey,
you from...
hello there.
Oh, that's Ilmo. That's Ilmo from the ads. What is Ilmo? Okay. First of all, the ad of Ilmo and the other guy, the brother, it was really shitty. Like, made with $10 kind of shitty. And it reminds me a lot of the internal recordings of the FBC. Now that I'm seeing them tinkering with the FBC station, makes me think that Ilmo and the other guy are there just to pull a fuck the government kind of thing, and they are actually part of the FBC, which would go with the FBC making something to make people believe, hey, there is no supernatural here, the supernatural is just fiction, and hey, fuck the government, if you want to sneak into the lake, we can take you there, we are like tourist guides, and they would take you to places where you wouldn't really see something. What's the best way to hide something other than hide it on fucking plain sight? Like Ilmo and the other guy being part of the FBC and having a tourist attraction where they take people where the FBC doesn't want them to see something, but they take you there. That sounds like something the FBC would do.
What are you folks doing? Those restricted area signs don't do a damn thing.
No, they don't.
Hello. Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business, fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am.
Oh, Stephen is of the FBC.
I bet you two are here
not
about that
Ilmo.
murder. Nasty
Okay,
stuff.
well, never mind.
How's it going?
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ya vista, and we offer a variety of...
First of all, I have been holding the comment of, oh, those are really Finnish names, because in the ad they didn't have an accent. In the ad they sounded American, but now that I'm talking to him, he does sound super Finnish to the point where he spoke Finnish. Also, Coffee World was already a thing that we never saw on Alan Wake 1. If they are the owners of Coffee World, that would be a way to bring new characters into play while also connecting it to something old, and I love it.
Tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
So you have a monopoly in here?
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
We are here to control the weather.
Gorgeous weather saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
How do you know my name, Ilmo? Did she introduce herself? Did she say I'm Saga with the FBI?
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery,
did she say her name?
My hometown was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I
hey,
figured your
editing
family might
me
be
from the future.
Too.
Check if she said her name.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally.
Interesting.
I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by.
Coffee World is an undercover event for the FBC.
Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can gnaw right through a garbage can.
Okay, that's not normal.
I need to get back to
also, Stephen is not part of the FBC that we knew about.
What'd you find there, Stephen?
Nothing. Just something that shouldn't be here. Raccoons, my ass.
Kelvala Knights. Okay, another Norse reference. Time to get inside the FBC station and see things that we shouldn't see. Maintenance note, clear signs of tampering. Signal was rerouted into a transmitter that is not one of ours. Steven doesn't drink coffee? Oh no! Oh, beer sounds good to Steven. Nothing smart. Remember, nothing smart related to the FBC. Smart is bad. Rerouted into a transmitter that is not one of ours. I fix it so many alerts will come our way. But it's definitely concerning. I'll make a report for the investigations department. Leaving this here in case I'm not the next person to fix this thing. If you're reading this, check for tampering. We may want to put more secure metal casing around the whole thing so that the quote-unquote raccoons don't get into it anymore. Stephen Lin, Chief Technician. Okay, so the only name that we knew from Bright Falls was Esteves. The only name we knew was Esteves. Can you hide the gun, girl? L1 is to dodge. Okay, we know how to dodge now. If we meet an Esteves, that's already a character we know.
Let's get to the murder site, Casey.
I'm glad that the FBC is so important in here because, again, it felt a little bit intrusive how they made Alan responsible for almost everything in the Control main story. And I'm glad that the FBC is so important on Alan's Wake story because it doesn't feel as intrusive anymore. It feels like a shared universe instead of Alan just being in there and shoving his story into another game.
A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance.
You mean Sarah or you mean Tim? Because there's two Sheriff Breakers that have disappeared.
I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve.
Foggy. It wasn't foggy before. Oh, foggy and flooded?
Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
We've seen this symbol before.
Good eye.
I'm glad we took the corpse out of the area.
Monsters, overlaps, rituals. What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around.
I'm sorry, not talking
Learn what
aloud.
this
I'm
ritual
just
is.
taking in all the information. I really like this.
After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else.
Okay, so it's weird because I played Alan Wake, I played Control, I watched the entirety of of Quantum Break. I couldn't play it because my computer is not able to handle it, but I did watch the story, so I have it fresh in my mind. And it feels weird so far, and I'm like good weird, because Alan Wake is a linear story, semi-open but fairly linear, where you don't have control over the story. Control, on the other hand, it's an open world game where you choose which missions to do, you choose where to go, you choose what to unlock and what you don't unlock. Like, to the point where the powers you get in the game, you could reach certain late game areas without getting powers like dodging. And it feels like the game has a lot, funny enough, more control. The player has more control over the game. This one, on the other hand, feels like control in the sense that you can choose where to go and what to do to a certain extent, but you're still trapped in a story being told by someone else. While control felt like you were part of the story, this feels like someone else is making a story for you instead of you being the one making the story. And it's the perfect mix between the feeling of control and the feeling in Alan Wake 1. And Quantum Break did have this because of the whole like how is it called? The paradoxes of time travel. Time travel was involved in Quantum Break, and a lot of the times where you were going to do something, something would happen that is completely out of your control and that would change the outcome of what you were trying to do. And then later on the game, you would time travel back to the past and force that outcome that was completely out of fucking hand and that you didn't see coming because you are the one changing the story, because you are a time traveler. This feels like that, except the one changing the story is not you from the future, it's just a different, completely different character. And I'm surprised we haven't taken control of Alan yet. I wonder if by chapter 3 we will take control of Alan. Oh, footprints. Weird black liquid footprints. Okay, I know that the people at Remedy, especially Sam Lake, are friends with Kojima, and this, I said this on the previous stream, this feels a lot like Death Stranding, a bit too Death Stranding-y for my taste. I like it, but it feels like Death Stranding bullshit to me.
Bare feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up.
Sorry. You will radio me? Is that all? Okay. Was getting into my mind palace immediately. Okay. Cool thingy. Triangle carving where Nightingale was found. That would go up in symbols. Some kind of signature. Did they intend for this body to be discovered, or is just an idle carving? Murder at Cauldron Lake. We have another clue. Footprints leading to the forest. That's down here. These footprints weren't here before. Nightingale came this way. I'm on the trail. Okay. Glad that they are fairly... Oh my god. They are appearing in front of us. Also, they have that, like, hiss wavy effect that the hiss had on Control. They don't have shadow effect. They have hiss effect, which is weird. Also, the way she like predicts the future and the moments where Alan is tapping into us, it also has like that wavy effect that the hiss had on Control. And I don't know if it's just an artistic decision or if it is like a conscious decision. Like, is it a story decision or an artistic decision or both? I don't know. I like having all these questions. It feels like when I play Control, you know, when I play Control, I had already seen the main story. I knew the main story. Nothing surprised me. When I played the DLC, I never saw the DLC, so I was seeing new stuff and I liked it. This whole game is completely new to me because I haven't seen a single gameplay and I have been running away from the trailers. I have only seen the first trailer for something I did for the neighborhood watch. And I didn't even want to see that trailer, but I ended up seeing it because I had to edit it for something for the neighborhood watch. And I am really glad that I'm going blind into it because I am enjoying not knowing what is going on. Okay, what is this way? Because I didn't check it last time I was here. Birds, huh? Or did we check it? No, we didn't. Beer bottles. A lot of trash. I'm hearing noises and I don't like it. No, it is a horror game, alright. It is a horror game, alright. The witch's hut. Here live the witch of Cauldron Lake. Beware, her spirit may still haunt this place. Oh yes, the famous heartless witch of Cauldron Lake. Oh, it's that window on the wind. Okay. That was the noise we were hearing. God damn it, controls sometimes are a bit janky. Map. Okay, that takes us to the general store, and there are points of interest in the general store inside? We were there already. Oh, super reassuring to see a light source on the general store. I'm sure nothing is going to attack us on our way there.
This is a good case so far, don't you think?
Cases aren't good or bad, Anderson. They're just cases.
Okay, sure, but you have to admit, this one is particularly interesting.
Okay. General store. Ooh, painted stones. Is there a lunchbox close to here? The stones are usually close to lunchboxes. Maybe there's one through this path. Chapter 1 of Alan Wake was also not super fighty, other than the tutorial. Like, it was a more get to know the characters and talk to them.
There's another lunchbox.
Kind of thing. And the shooty bang bang started on chapter 2 also. Look, a lunchbox in its natural habitat, still a forest in the middle of nowhere. It's not as funny as the coffee thermoses. Remember, it's just a bad day, not a bad life, but if you're having a good day, ignore this whole thing. Good advice. Lunchbox, good advice. Okay, so what is inside the store that the game was marking for us? Because this wasn't marked before. Okay, we saw this. I wonder, can I change my shoulder? Oh, there is shortcuts? Interesting. Cannot change the shoulder when aiming. Oops. You reload with square. And the shoulder is always the right shoulder, which is not good. That leaves you so exposed. Okay, so one in one corner and another one in the other. Oh, the door that we couldn't open. Okay. That's a thing. And whatever the other point is, it's in here. Is it the register? No. The safe? No. We did see a symbol in here that she somehow ignored. Is it the binoculars? No. What is the thing that you're supposed to see in here, girl? Oh, is this the point of interest? We did see the stash. Don't forget update code something something. I need a photo mode like we had on Control because Jesus, sometimes it's hard to read. I'm surprised there was nothing in there. Well, back to the lake it is. Also, music has been intense for a while. That takes us to the store. That's the phone booth. This takes us to the hiking path. To a place we have not been to. Well, we can get to explore this. Oh, the falls. We did come here. Yeah, we found the lunchbox in here. This also feels, not to throw any shade on Alan Wake 1, but this feels a lot more natural than the game design felt in Alan Wake 1. Because a lot of the forest in Alan Wake 1 didn't feel like a normal forest, it felt like gamey-ish forest. Like there were a lot of rivers and logs to cross over the river and different areas. Like it didn't feel supernatural. Even the roads felt like they had been placed there, and this feels like it's something normal that is in here. Okay, we back on track. The witch's hut. Oh, okay. So back on track would be around here. Really intense music, huh? And back on track.
The tracks lead into the water. Where'd he go from here?
You son of a...
I can feel something. A presence.
Seriously? Jump scares? We're playing that game, huh? Of course you are, you son of a bitch.
I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold. This place and the dark place.
The ladle.
You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold. Like a doorway.
Yep.
Leading to Nightingale.
Like the...
It's somehow connected to
like
a
the
tree.
Ocean View Motel. A threshold.
Witch's ladle?
That's a really specific choice of words. Bullets. Neat. Witchfinder Station. Huh. Follow the light. That's how it works in Alan Wake. Shaky light, like on Control.
What is that? Seems like it's reacting to the light.
Huh.
These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it.
Oh. In for a penny or in for... Oh, the way you burn through the darkness, you can aim and you can enhance the flashlight with R1. Interesting.
My flashlight burned the dark stuff away. It was covering another page.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay.
We were
just
just
the
there.
pages to lead me to the overlap.
We just went there. Okay.
The fuse was in place. She found it among the junk in the forest. Saga stepped inside the witch's hut. Something rushed through her. A presence. Familiar. She couldn't quite place it. Something long forgotten.
I do love that aiming
tried
and
to hold
enhancing
on to
the
it,
flashlight is not the
but
same
it was
button
already
anymore.
gone. Inside, a bright light. Saga felt safe. Like nothing could hurt her here. There were objects that stood out to Saga as if the light had manifested them, pulled them from the darkness. A shift in reality, heavy with hidden meanings. A coffee thermos. A shoebox.
A coffee
mop
thermos.
And a bucket. A poster
Of course
on the
it
wall.
is.
And in the cabinet, another manuscript page.
Heavy with hidden meaning. A coffee thermos, as it always is. The shoebox, though, it's the perfect thing to hide other stuff inside. This looks like a fighting ground, and I'm surprised nothing has attacked us so far. Of course, I am speaking too early. Shh, don't invite them. Yeah. I'm hearing things breaking. Things that weren't broken before. Subtle game, subtle.
This is the witch's hut.
Anderson, thought I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay.
Be careful, Casey.
I found another page. Following up on a lead. Keep checking in.
Roger.
The fuse.
This fuse is busted.
Interesting.
This one looks good. People should really stop littering, though.
I know there's a quick turn button, but I still don't know which one is it. Nothing in the fridge. Mage told me that her family's moving away. This sucks. I haven't even told her that I like her yet. What's the point anymore? She said her parents want to get better jobs and get her to a better school in a big city. I guess that's fair. But who wants to stay in Bright Falls? Bright fucking Falls, actually. So I told her, she said, thanks, fucking kill me. Oh, that's such a teenager reaction. Oh, I snuck out last night, went to the big house by the lake instead of just watching it from here. Like I always do, instead of just sitting around like I always do. Screw that. Anyway, something weird is going on down there. I'm going to find out what. I'm going to go back there tomorrow with better gear. I bet I can find my way inside that building. Take some photos, it's gonna be epic.
Another one of those lunch boxes.
You're going to die, kid. You are so dead. You know, things can get a little crazy around here, but if you are ever feeling scared, just remember that Alan is watching over us. Are these kids of the cult? Oh my god, they are kids of the cult. They are Alex Casey lunchboxes. And they are leaving each other messages and manuscript pages. These are messages for kids of the cult. That's so interesting. I love the painted rocks. I bet you don't love them that much anymore, huh? Oh, the flashlight doesn't recover. I used some of the flashlight and it's not going back up, so I have to use the reloading apparently. Alan is watching over us. That's really specific writing. The note inside mentions Alan. Alan Wake, what the hell are this? You know, I kind of needed to hear this. Thank you, Lunchbox. Also, do I have enough to improve the weapon already? I have 9 points. I need at least 12. Either more bullets or 2 headshots in quick succession to stun an enemy for an extended duration. Okay. The 2 headshots thing should be easier now that we have a crosshair that we didn't have before. No footprints, so whoever or whatever is in here.
The hut being lit and mentioned a fuse.
Whoever or whatever is in here is probably not this guy. Nightingale. A fuse. Something being lit. You mean the fuse for like the candle? There's no electricity in here. Oh my god, we have to aim it. No? That is wasting so much of the fucking battery. not the cauldron? That is some fast reloading you have there, girl. Fuse and something being lit. Huh. What is the clue to that? Murder Cauldron Lake. Maybe I don't have all the info because I haven't put the pages on the place. Trail led to another page. The witch's hut. The page was covered in substance that my flashlight burned away. Mentions the witch's hut. Page is trying to tell me where to find the fuse. I do have the fuse. It must be somewhere near the witch's hut. Now the question is where the fuck I put it.
Light is the key.
Bright light
to stay safe.
Provides protection. Keep an eye out for places like this.
As well.
Is this implying light can affect reality? Nightingale was chased off by my light.
Is Witch's Ladle the doorway into the overlap? If so, that's where I'll find Nightingale.
Yeah, except we just went there and... We do have the fuse. High voltage fuse using fuse boxes. We haven't found any fuse box. I mean, the kid talk about taking more gear, so probably is there? Oh, there is a fuse box right here. I'm so dumb. I did see the fuse box before. And there are the items that weren't there before. Coffee thermos. In its natural habitat, a witch's house. It's fucking back. I'm back in the building again. Oh my god, that's the saving mechanic? Oh, that's so good. The coffee thermos finally has a reason to exist. It's the saving fucking mechanic. Oh, that's so nice. Is the shoebox the stash? Is the shoebox the shoebox where we stash the extra items that we have?
Another page. Making progress.
The image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
Okay. Also, the fucker said that there was going to be a shoebox in here. There are no shoeboxes in here. Or maybe he just meant... Do you see any shoebox in here? I don't see any shoebox in here. Maybe he just meant that some things have a meaning beyond their appearance, including the shoebox and the coffee thermos. Not that there was going to be a shoebox here.
The page from the witch's hut seems to be describing some kind of ritual.
I brought you the heart, he said. Words on the heart.
get into the overlap, I need to find Nightingale's heart. Read the line imprinted on it, plus the line on the page to the witch's ladle sign. Then push the heart through the hole in the sign.
Yeah, but the heart is still at the morgue.
Nightingale's heart disappeared from the morgue.
Oh, it
Where
was
is it
at the
now?
morgue. Never mind. Okay. Ritual give witch the heart and recite the words witch equals witch ladle sign. Where's the heart? Words illegible. Looks like those words something something. Tattooed on the heart are part of the ritual. Find the evidence. Nightingale's heart disappeared from the morgue when he did. How am I going to find it? Who's the witch?
Witch's ladle, towering over Saga, watching her and the witch. The image of the witch in the sign. Nightingale's heart, a cold, dead lump in her hand. Her definition of sanity had changed since she arrived in this town. But she trusted the pages. Was forced to. Saga addressed the witch. She squinted to read the first part of the ritual words. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. The words she had read on the page. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign. This was the key. The tree was the threshold.
That's so interesting. Not you, Booker's Nightingale.
I need Nightingale's heart to get to the overlap. Where is it?
The cultist leaned close. He was there, but he was risen. Nightingale was there. The opposite of sunspots. Who said that?
That's not it. I don't have what I need to find Nightingale's heart. There must be more.
Huh.
Nightingale's heart. Where is it?
Meanwhile, they played cards in the general store. The witch had stolen his heart. Get out of my house.
Nightingale's heart is at the general store, in a fridge.
The interest point. What we saw on the map. Everything's falling together. And I fucking love that. Also, the more she pushes to find clues that the world doesn't want her to have, the more red it goes. Just like the hiss. Monster created by Alan, if you remember correctly. The hiss was Alan's making. And her powers certainly look his-ish. Saga, what are you getting
I need to check
into?
the general store for the heart.
Girl, what are you getting into?
Casey, I'm headed to the general store. I think I know how to get into the overlap.
Roger that. I followed some ATV tracks in the woods and got a bit turned around.
Don't forget to save often.
I've only been lost once in my life, Anderson.
Thank you, game.
The years I spent with my ex-wife. I'll find my way back, don't you worry about it.
What did you say about your ex-wife? Also, thank you for the reminder to save open game. That's super reassuring and not scary at all. Well, there's someone inside the store. Now the question is, which entrance is better? I'm guessing the one where I can actually see. That door is open, that wasn't open before. You son of a bitch. Oh dear, okay. Thought it was a person. Can we investigate whatever was in here before? No? Still cannot see it? Okay, just a giant animal. Or a false sense of security, of course it is. You piece of shit. You piece of shit. I was seeing the false sense of security with the deer. Right as I said it, the fucker appeared. Oh, you assholes.
Cult of the tree!
Fuck off, Cult of the Tree. Oh, the heart is a weak spot. Ooh, super gory. Resident Evil, even. Oh.
A cultist. A monster. Like Nightingale.
Use a trauma pad to heal. Applying trauma pads takes longer but grants larger health benefits. Do I need to heal? Huh. This is so gory compared to the previous Alan Wake. What the hell? I wonder if the last battery does refresh, like the one in Alan Wake 1. The final battery used to. Ooh, we have gotten a bunch of trophies and a new weapon. Check the Lady Fortuna at the counter, and that's the change the code thing. Okay, new weapon. We have to get the new weapon. And this is now interactable. That wasn't before. 705, 713, 717, 723. Don't forget, update the code. 723. Check the Lady Fortuna. 723. Wait. I think it has to be 72. Yeah, so. What? Oh, 705 713 17 723, so 739. 739 it would be. Because it's following the number, so 05 13 17 23 and then would be 39. Cool. Cool. Like it. I think the gauge next to the ammunition is the health bar, but I'm not entirely sure. So 739. Shotgun. Pocket shotgun. I like it. Quick slots. Weapons in the inventory. Okay, so how do I quick slot it? Ooh, that's a lot of quick slots. And the gun is up? Yes. So, normal gun or shotgun? That takes a lot of time to change the weapon. This is not your average shooter where changing weapons is faster than reloading. Another manuscript page.
Saga edged toward the broken door, her gun ready, flashlight aimed ahead. Nightingale said it would be here. The Cauldron Lake General Store was overgrown, left to rot. Saga thought about the cult of the tree. They'd been here, waiting, planning a gruesome ritual murder. Meanwhile, they played cards in the general store, like it was just another late-night poker game. Saga stepped closer to the door. Had the animal broken it? There was a loud crash. Saga found herself face to face with a cultist, a hulking figure in a raincoat.
And then she covered him in bullets.
The night, wild eyes behind a plastic deer mask, an axe in his raised hand.
And then she killed him. Shotgun ammo? Ooh, shotgun ammo. Nice. Okay, final battery. I'm wondering if the final one actually refreshes, like in Alan Wake 1.
The text on the heart is clearer now.
The wave crash on the
Legible.
far side of the mirror. Don't I have to bring the heart?
I feel like I recognize this. The fridge. The heart. I knew it would be here. Like I saw it in a dream.
I have the heart.
And now I need to give the heart to the witch.
Oh, the
Makes total
guy's gone.
sense.
The cultist is gone. The floor is still on the floor, and the blood is still on the floor, and the axe. But the mask is there, and the cultist is gone. Oh no, he's just a little bit forward. And surprisingly better than before.
Casey,
well,
there are cultists in the
like
area.
it is.
They're taken, like Nightingale. Watch yourself out there.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up. I'm still finding my way back.
You have the worst sense of direction.
Any city in America I can get through drunk and blindfolded. It's
Gonna put healing down.
trees.
Okay. I'm en route to Witch's Ladle. I need to perform a ritual to open the overlap. This case just keeps getting
Can we play
weirder.
as Casey? So far we
but
haven't.
It is exciting.
I think the only characters that we can control is Alan and Saga. I'm not entirely sure. Based on the trailer, the only trailer I have seen, the first trailer, it seems that you can control Alan at some point, but I think the only character that we can actually control is Saga. There is DLC on the way though, so there might be a DLC where we control Casey. Okay. The heart. The writing on the heart.
Found the heart in the fridge. Just like the page said I would.
And the words on the heart. I have to remember that you have to use the 2 joysticks to move around in here.
Sounds literary. But what does it mean?
The wave crash on the far side of the mirror. I brought you the heart which showed me the terror. How is this possible? How did the page do this? Don't think too much about it, and we have to remember what the game told us. Don't forget to save often, so we're going back to the coffee thermos. Also, Saga just said that there are cultists in the forest, so that might be a hint for us, the player, as to, hey, don't lower your guard super fast because I fucking love how this is scribbled in blue pen. I never noticed. I didn't notice before that this whole area that is floated is scribbled in blue pen. That's really nice. But yeah, we cannot lower our guard. Because there might be more cultists. There's almost certainly more cultists. I would be surprised if there aren't. Oh. Where the fuck? To our left? Oh, did I take a wrong turn? I might have taken a wrong turn into water. Cannot really get through here. So maybe this is a path that we have to follow when it's not loaded. But yeah, now that you mention it, Riku, I do wonder if eventually we will take control of Casey. Maybe it's gonna be like a... Seeing how much they are taking from Resident Evil, maybe they are pulling a Resident Evil 2 where you control Leon and Claire. And we will control Alex on some of the other events, some of the other moments. Save area. Let's do a manual save. It's and a quick one. Oh, if only those biscuits healed us, that would be nice. Even the jumping feels super Resident Evil-ish. Oh, there is a safe point. Well, a safe area in here now that wasn't here before. Yep. Nice try, fucker. Ouch. Okay, so dodging is the same as in Alan Wake. And there is quick time events, fun. It feels weird. Jesus, go down. Okay, so it feels weird that L2 is not the flashlight, it's just aiming. It does feel weird having to press a second button to do what I just did. That was a shit show. That could have been a lot better. This is fucked up. I bet you weren't expecting this.
The wave crashed on the far side of the mirror. I brought you the Heart Witch.
Bring on the terror.
Show me the terror.
Red again. Red again. Huh. Oh wow, it is a hallway. Huh.
Casey.
Full-on hallway.
I think I'm in the overlap. Are you still on your way? Casey!
I would be surprised if you could
Casey,
contact
do you
him.
need me? Fuck. Okay, Saga. Going in solo.
We don't have a map, don't we? We don't have a map. Oh, you piece of shit. We know the cultists have been here.
Logan? Logan!
Oh, fun! You're hearing your
Where
daughter.
are you?
Sure, that's not gonna be a problem.
What the fuck was that? Logan's back in Virginia. You're imagining things.
This game likes messing with you? No, what do you mean? I fucking love that they are pulling like artistic choices that could have a meaning or could be absolutely nothing. But they are like super obvious as artistic choices, like using the wavy pattern on her powers or the red lighting on everything because that was the hiss, and we know that the hiss was Alan Wake's thing. The fucking symbols, these overlapping triangles, were also on the Ocean View Motel, but they were on a different door. They were not on the spiral door. The spiral door was Alan's door, but these two overlapping triangles were a different door. So they are pulling a lot of things from Control, without making this a Control sequel. And I love it. So yeah, the game is messing with anyone that knows the Remedy Connector universe. From pulling actors from other games to just like artistic choices.
Would you please help me?
What was that?
That was the hotline. The ringing in the background was a telephone ringing. That was straight up the hotline from Control. That is so fucking interesting. This game is really messing with me. Oh, you piece of shit. You know what? Fuck it.
Wait. Did I get turned around? No, this is right.
There is something.
This place is looping. Like a nightmare.
No, it's a threshold, and it works in threes. Like they usually do. The flashlight doesn't recharge. Like on Alan Wake 1. That's interesting.
Need to find Nightingale.
The rider went into the lake, banished the dark presence. Taken still lurked in the woods. The dark place receded. The current pulled back those with darkness inside, into the lake. Nightingale was there, one of them. The dark presence, Jagger had taken him. The witch had stolen his heart. They sank beneath the waves. The dark place, wandering in the shadows, muttering to themselves. It's dark. I'm lost. Where am I? Who am I? I can't remember. It's cold. Premium cabins for rent in Bright Falls. Who said that? Can you hear me? I need help. Please. Stop this. What did I do? You must dig it out. Their shape shifted. Echoes of the writer's dreams. Fading in, fading out. The next story and the story after that. The writer was writing again.
Interesting. Also, apparently we missed 2 pages on the first chapter. Oh my god, there is optional bullshit. There is optional bullshit like in Alan Wake 1, and it's going to force me to play it. It's going to force me to find everything, isn't it? Oh, you piece of shit. Is the threshold a safe space like the Ocean View Motel? Because it doesn't feel like a safe space. Interesting. More flickering. Oh, red and birds, fun. Oh, the fucking red. Make quest find all the lore. I will. I have to. I am not a lore whore. I am the lore whore, and I have to find the lore now. Remedy, why must you hurt me so often? I saw that coming. A fork in the road. Interesting. Oh, lighting enemies. Hey, Nightingale.
He's here. Nightingale.
Do you want to call it shotgun? Or do you prefer the driver's seat? Oh wait, I'm driving. You are calling shotgun.
Trapped here. Who escaped? Danger.
Who is that?
That's Alan, and he's
It's like
using the
they're coming
hotline
in over
somehow.
a bad signal.
Do you know what this is doing to me? This is making me crave Control again. And Jesus fucking Christ, the next Control game, not bound by the rules of Alan Wake, because Alan Wake has to follow a certain, like, group of rules. Alan has rules, and they have to follow them. They have broken a couple of those rules so far, but Control is different. Control is just wild. The next Control game is just gonna be... Oh. Can't wait. Really can't wait. Oh my god. This is gonna be so good. Also, this is the third room of the threshold. It works in 3. It really works in 3.
Nightingale's badge.
Interesting. Batteries and ammo. Nice. They want me to use the shotgun. Something in the waterfall? No, nothing in the waterfall.
Sent to find the light switch. Show me the clicker.
Oh, I cannot get back now. Interesting. Okay, so Alan made a really important distinction in here. He separated the dark place and the dark presence, and we knew that the dark place and the dark presence were like different things. One is a place of power, and the other one is an altered person. We still don't have a definition for altered people. People like Alan Wake or Barbara Jagger, the dark presence, Jesse. Tunnel, huh? Oh my god, I love how this plays with the overlapping of images. That's really good. That overlapping is amazing. Well, the replayability on this is going to go through the roof.
Nightingale hunted Saga.
Oh, the fucker is fast. Ooh, right in the chest.
Gotta move. Now. Time to run, Saga.
I'm on it, Saga. Interesting. Same button? Same button. Okay. Okay, so this is gonna be like Alan Wake. This is gonna be a hard game. Only that slightly harder. This is not Control anymore. Thank God the shotgun works. Hey, more bullets. Nice. Yeah, I love that. Hey, Nightingale, come back here. Oh, you piece of shit. I knew you were going to be behind me. God, I hate him. She's good though. I love how she reloads. Am I going back? Oh yes, I'm going back. I hear him, but I don't see him. No, there you are. Get out. Oh, his guts are all out. Ew. Ooh, that was disgusting. I didn't notice that his intestines were out. Huh. Keanu Reeves?
Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
Hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI. I can hear you.
Cauldron Lake.
Yes, I'm at Cauldron Lake. Where are you?
How to escape. In danger. The dark presence.
Danger. Thanks. Got it. Hey!
Is that Alan?
Are you okay?
No! Oh. It's my fault! He got out!
He got out! He's out of the dark place. It only took him 13 years, but he's out.
My face! Scratch!
Sir, calm down. I'm gonna need you to take a breath.
And he's... okay. He's still scared of Mr. Scratch. He just said he got out my face, Scratch. So either he doesn't remember that Scratch is dead, or we are ignoring the 360 game. We are ignoring American Nightmare. We still don't know.
He's changed the story. The dark presence. We must stop it before...
Easy now.
Huh.
First things first. What's your name?
My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've been...
Of course he introduces himself with, "My name is Alan Wake, I'm a writer." It's like Sora, Donald, and Goofy, you have to say it in that order. If you say, "My name is Alan Wake," you have to say, "I'm a writer."
Wake? Where did you come from? You've been missing for 13 years.
13.
Also, you were not wearing those clothes when you disappeared. This is where I'm going to leave it. As much as I would love to keep playing, it's already 10 p.m. and I'm hungry. So, I'm gonna leave this one here. I am loving the fuck out of this. I really wonder how many of the pages are going to be tied to the nightmare difficulty, like on Alan Wake 1. because I seem to be missing a lot of pages. And the manuscript pages are different from the rest of the lore, so those are like specific things that we have to look for. They also don't shine as much as they used to. Good song. Good song. Also copyrighted as hell. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this one here. I'm gonna skip the song because copyright again.
Where did you go?
And as soon as we're done with this cutscene, we're going to call it a day.
Just disappeared. Crazy forest. Is this who I think it is?
Casey.
Yes, he is.
Say hello to Alan Wake. Mr. Wake, this is Special Agent Alex Casey. He'll escort you to our car. Casey, I'll meet you there, right after I take a look around. If the flooding's receded, there might be evidence we missed earlier.
Okay. See you there.
And this is it.
Alex
Optional,
Casey.
investigate the area. Alan? No. No? No. We are not going to get into those questions. Not today. This is it. I just noticed that the fucking typewriter looks like a gun. With the whole thing, the roller to the side. It kinda inspires gun. This is it. I have to put Ainoa on the credits. I need more lore. And I too, but I need also sustenance. 3 Ceratops Rex 85. And there they are, my 2 favorite dinosaurs, all in the same place. As usual, thank you for keeping the lights on. Riku the Dino, Chia Cosmic Garden, Fantastic Mr. Pig, Greg, Neaya, Javi, and Ainoa, also known as Triceratops. As usual, if you want to be on the credits like all those beautiful people I just mentioned, you can support the channel by subscribing, gifting subs, using bits, tipping on the streams or on coffee, gifting me something from the throne list. That would make my day. There's a lot of podcast things that I want in there. Or you can gift yourself some merch. And trust me, you might want to wait on the merch. Wink, wink. Or you could be like Tria and commission me to edit video. But for now, I'm going to call this a day. And we're going to rate someone. So until then, see ya.